Hello everyone and welcome back to 2147 Crew. Today I'm super excited to bring you all this video. Why? Because this inner fairing, the Guage Cluster cover, and the Air Duct Fairing right up here is gonna get replaced with some awesome color match parts from Advanblack. That's right, Advanblack sent us a box with those three items and we're going to install them. But before we unbox and install these products on my 2022 Road Glide, look at that bad boy. Doesn't that Redline Red kind of look like a Ferrari red? I think that's what it is, but Harley couldn't call it. And that Advanblack headlight I installed, to me it looks pretty cool, and it almost looks like it's turned on when it's not. So another great Advanblack product. Okay, back to the website. I got distracted. So this is their website. This is a Road Glide inner fairing, and when it comes unmatched, I believe, unpainted, the price is $549, but depending which other colors you want, you pick, they have them all pretty much, the prices change. And if you just scroll down, depending which color you want, if you want the unpainted one, it's $229, and the unpainted one for the Air Duct Fairing is $199. So in case you have your custom colors, you know, your candy, your flake, or whatever you want to do, you can just get them unpainted and they will sell them to you. So here's all the product details. I'll refer you to their website, and yeah, check them out. So, oh yeah, one important thing I should probably mention is that this is for Road Glide 2015 and up. So just keep that in mind. So now I am going to unbox this beautiful box here and see what goodies are in it. Here is the Air Duct Fairing, and here it is in all its glory. Let me get this out of the way. Look at that. Oh man, it definitely looks nice. It has to get cleaned up a little bit. Obviously it was you know, in transportation and shipping, but look at that. It looks good. It definitely looks good. Very well painted. Look at that. Very, very, very nice. All right, let's see the bottom of it. Oh yeah, here we go. Yeah, I mean, just very, very nice product. So when you buy this, this is what you can expect. This is what the doors look like. I unboxed them, and just like the Air Duct Fairing, very, very well packaged. This is one of them, and the color looks great. I mean, the paint is good. Like I said, it was just in packaging, and you know, they need to get cleaned up and washed up, but you know, once they're installed, we'll do that. So here you have the Advanblack logo, and this is for the right side here. So it's pretty cool that you know, they include that. So here this is right here, this part. So now I'm assuming this is going to be the left one. So yep, here it is in their logo. So and it's ABS. So very good stuff. It'll last. This is the Guage Cluster, and these are the three pieces. And I mean, don't they just look awesome? Very well made and very well painted. Redline Red, I cannot wait to get these installed. All right, that's that. And here is this, the bottom part, just like the OEM ones. So let's switch these over. And here they are. Man, I'm not talking much because these parts just look fantastic. Fantastic. I had to take the camera off of the stand because this inner fairing is just, you know, it's a little bit too too big for the area I have to work with. But wow, I mean, it's just stunning. I mean, look at this Redline Red color match inner fairing from Advanblack. Can you say anything bad about it. I don't know. I can't. It just looks amazing. I cannot wait to get this installed. Another great quality product from Advanblack. Be sure to go check them out and see if there's anything on their website that you like. But man, look at this. Look at this. It is just fantastic. Everything. And I'm trying to do a good job at kind of going slow around here to show everybody what you would get if there's any blemishes or anything. But to what I can see here, there are no blemishes. And I just took it out the wrapping. Nothing. But man, this is just, it's nice. It's nice. It's nice. Let me check out the back. So here's the back. Obviously it's not painted because it's the inner of the inner fairing. But yeah, you can tell here that these are obviously hand painted. They have like some tape marks left over there from when they painted it with the Redline Red. And just like the other stuff I got from Harley, the fairing spoiler, it looks like they used kind of like a silver base all over this black, and then put the red and just kind of made it look like this Redline Red. But yeah, no, it all looks good. These bolts here, there's no slack in them. I mean, in terms of the base, because you know you don't want to put them on and these are flimsy or broken, but these are intact. And yeah, there's a logo from Advanblack. So yeah, it's just an overall great product, as everything else that they sell. Look at that. Here, there's even a little logo for the gas, so that way you can know that that's where the gas gauge goes. So I'm curious what's going to be over here. Well, guess what? There's a where your battery gauge goes. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool for people like me that might get things confused, right? Okay, so we already unboxed them, we unwrapped them, and we know what each part looks like. So now I'm gonna go ahead and start the installation process. I'm not gonna show you all the installation process, or unless there's an item that I just wanna highlight or show, because there's other videos. Advanblack's website has a really good YouTube video on there that shows you exactly how to install this. I've never done this, and guess what? I'm gonna use that video to install this one. It's really good, it gives you torque specs and all that good stuff. So instead, I'm just gonna get it installed, and once it's installed, I'm just gonna share my thoughts on it and actually just focus on the fitment and the actual product versus the installation. So stay tuned. I'm on my way to go show you all this product, and I'm hitting the road, but gas here for premium is $5.49. Okay, so I finally parked somewhere off the road here. But yeah, so this is the finished product, everyone. This is what the 3-piece inner fairing kit, if you will, from Advanblack looks like in the sun. Now, I will say the motorcycle, I haven't washed it. It does have like, well, it's dirty. So it does have fingerprints on there and all that good stuff. So just bear with me. But yeah, so first, before I get into it, again, I just want to thank Alan over there at Advanblack, their CEO. He's a great guy. I was just talking to him yesterday on the phone. Just a stand-up guy, and I could definitely tell why these pieces here are done. They just fit so well together, and you know, his attention to detail has a lot to do with it, as I'm sure everybody else in his quality control department for Advanblack. So Advanblack, again, thank you so much for sending this out and being a sponsor of 2147 Crew. Small channel, but we're doing what we can. So all right, so back to this 3-piece fairing kit. Again, it's the inner fairing kit here. It's the vent spoiler here, I believe it's called, so I'm sorry if that's not the right terminology for it, and the gauge cluster cover. So it's not just the cover here, but it's also back here and everything. So it fit very well. I was kind of concerned with certain fitment issues right here along the side with my spoiler, but it fits really well from a distance here. I'm trying to get the sun so y'all can see it, but it definitely color matches, as you can see, especially from this angle. Again, that's cleaner than the tank, but that has more fingerprints than the tank does, so it's still dirty, but it definitely color matches, and it just pops. And you can tell just by the spoiler fairing that I have there, and obviously the the shark nose fairing in the front. So yeah, so it looks great. I really like the fitment of it. I had some fitment issues on the top, but I don't want to say they're issues. It's just my lack of experience on knowing how to adjust this inner fairing with these 4 bolts here. I'll go ahead and adjust the inner fairing at a later date, probably when I have my sound system installed. I had to put that on the back burner because I had to make some financial space for my performance upgrades come into this beautiful 131 stage 4 kit. So, but yeah, it looks good. I like it a lot, and I'm really happy with it. Another mod that I did, let me turn on the lights here real quick. Another mod that I did was I ended up keeping the Advanblack Attack headlight on. Obviously I left it on, but what I did was I disabled the turn signal here, simply because for me, I just think it just kind of looks better like that. You know what I'm saying? So again, you could do whatever you want with the product, you know, whatever your preference is. This is the side view here, and as you can tell, everything just lines up perfectly. It's color matched, like, I mean, it's flawless. So if you can kind of see, like right here, this is the outer fairing, this is the inner fairing, and it just color matches good. And I was trying to get it in the sun, but the sun's going down, so sorry guys. Just, you know, when you have to work, you have to work, right? But yeah, so the color match, probably the biggest, most important thing is the if it color matches, and it does color match even with the fairing spoiler. That is from Harley Davidson down here. So here, these bolts here, they came with we just reused the ones that were already on here, so that's we used those over there. As you can see, let me probably get over here, get a better view, and I'm hoping I'm getting all of this here. But as you can tell, one of the biggest difference is that the chrome bezels are now black on the volt, the fuel, and the gauge cluster down here. And so what I did was, and I'll probably put a little video up here, but what I did was I went ahead and you know, since basically when you take the inner fairing off, and again, I only used the video that Advanblack had on there, but what I did was, you know, you have to remove the fuel gauges and, you know, all these gauges out, and I was like, you know what, while I remove it, let me just paint them. And truth be told, that's one of the reasons why I was very interested in a CVO, because the CVO just had all this black stuff on there, and it was very little chrome, you can see. So yeah, and even when I had the black inner fairing here, and I was making the videos in my Operation Blackout thing that's still going on, this is part of it, so it's just a evolving thing. So I'll reference you to my couple of videos I have, but basically Operation Blackout is my goal to black out everything that's either stainless steel or chrome on this, even the bolts, so even this here and stuff like that. So, but it's an ongoing project. So anyhow, so I went ahead and I painted them with the same paint that I've been painting all of these other bolts that I have on here, and I'm very happy how it came out. I was very well surprised that this bezel and this glass are not merged together, like just together. There's a little bit of a gap. So what I did is I got painter's tape, and I'll probably plug that in here if I haven't done that already. But what I did is I just put painter tape on this thing, and just with like little blade, I just kind of tucked it on here, and then I just painted it. It worked out pretty good. We'll see how it holds up, but it looks good. And these here, once you take this cluster off, there's 3 bolts that hold the gauge cluster onto this I guess cover, and I thought it was all one piece. I was gonna do the same thing, but a nice surprise is that these chrome bezels here that are now black actually come off individually, so I was able to just paint those by themselves. So if that's something I want to do, just take off those 2 screws right here on the side, 3 screws back there, and that's it. You can have the same thing if you want to. So yeah, I'm very excited about that. So on the way here, I'm gonna post, or if I haven't already, I'm like going to max speed here on the Road Glide, and I did that for a reason, simply because I wanted to see if there was going to be any issues with that speed, and with that speed there, and just the fairing, the inner fairing kit, the outer fairing, and everything else, see if it was going to give me any issues. But fortunately, I did not have any issues. So that was the point of me basically hauling butt, besides getting some nice wind therapy, right? So yeah, there's some other bolts that I also painted. The other bolts that I painted black were these right down here, and you have to take this one off, and that one I already painted down there. I hope you can see, but sorry if you can't. But there's 4 of them on this side right here too, right here. black, and then black. So I painted that and the washer just to give it a good kind of like a black look. Now thinking about it, I probably should paint these, and I will, just to keep the whole black kind of thing. So now, you know, when you sit here, there's nothing that's shiny except for this and this and this, and that's going to get painted, and probably this here, obviously this here, and probably this light right here. But anyway, I'm just getting sidetracked. But nonetheless, the inner fairing kit, do I recommend it? Yes, it looks pretty cool. And you know, I haven't washed the bike yet. I was just trying to get out of here. As you can see, the sun's already going down. But I really like the kit a lot. It was pretty it was easy to install if you knew what you were doing. In my case, it was the first time I've ever done this, so it took me a lot longer than the 2 hours, but you know, it was my first time doing it. So Advanblack's claim that anybody can do it without any experience is true. It's just, in my case, it took me longer than 2 hours. So but besides that, everything's great, man. I like it. I mean, you can just see like the shine in here and over here. I mean, there's no flaws, and you would see any kind of, I guess, scratches or any kind of what they call in the auto industry orange peel. But yeah, I mean, this fits here and that fits there. Oh, and one more thing, a mistake that I did that I hope you guys don't make. When I put this these two back pieces on, I for some reason left this cable on this side of this little thing here, and on both sides. So what I had to do is I had to undo it, because when I put this Guage Cluster cover, or I guess the whole assembly, it just wasn't, this cable was in the way for the brake. And same thing over here with the I'm sorry, with the brake, what am I thinking, with the clutch, and over here with the brake I had to do the same thing. So you can work it, but just avoid the mistakes I made. So and so here you reuse obviously your lock here, your fork lock and everything. So that's it. So now, one thing I did notice is that with my Harley stuff, like when I would push this down, there was a lot of play. Like it was smushy. So when I would lock the fork, I would have to like push it down, and when I would push it down, like, well, it's not pushing this down, but when I would push it down with the black OEM one, like the whole thing went down. And I just thought it was part of, you know, the design, and it could be just to avoid people getting under here. But with this one here, it's a better fitment, at least for my bike. However it was assembled, at least for my bike, it's this is just put, it doesn't move. So I don't know if maybe this part on the from the OEM parts were installed incorrectly, or maybe with just my bike. But if I'm able to put this on for the first time ever and it doesn't have any play, odds are that it was either a defective product or it was installed incorrectly, of which I never knew until now. So yeah, but let me know if y'all have that issue. But it was kind of smushy, it would go down and stuff. So I don't know, maybe cables back there, or this is just a better fitment. But now it goes down, it doesn't go anywhere, and that's it. So yeah, these are my initial thoughts. I've gone max speed 114 miles on it, as you all probably saw. If not, I'll plug it in here somewhere. And it hasn't moved. The inner fairing didn't move, the Guage Cluster didn't move, the bolts are good. I torqued everything to spec as best as I could, and I'm just really happy with it. So so yeah, if y'all, you know, go check out their website as I showed you on the beginning of this video. See if there's anything you want from Advanblack, but definitely hit them up, and or check them out at least. You know, if you like it, cool. If not, that's cool too. All right, that's all for this video. If this is the first time you watched my channel and this video, thank you for watching, and please subscribe, as we have a lot more content coming your way. So until the next video, y'all ride on. Oh, and I'm going to Sturgis.